I'm Polly Bonner from Saracen Horse Feeds.
And I'm Lee Hall from Hallway Feeds. What a pleasure to be here in Newmarket today on a beautiful summer afternoon. Both Polly's company and Hallway Feeds have worked with Kentucky Equine Research for over 20 years in their case and longer in ours. Listen to Polly as she describes an upcoming bit of information that'll be presented by KER about international growth standards of thoroughbred horses.
So we have a video clip that we're going to show you. Joe Pagan will be explaining his international growth study, and then you will be able to watch the whole presentation and also the vet panels on saracenhorsefeeds.com.
So today I want to talk about some of the findings we've had through the years, including this new neat stuff that I've never presented to anyone before, actually. We've been measuring growth all over the world. This is a study we published where we looked at growth rates in England, America, Australia, New Zealand, India, and where they're grown makes a big difference. They grow differently depending on where they're raised. We started to get so much data that it was hard for us to process. So we created a software program about 2001 called GrowTrack. And this is a program that we provide to breeders, that Saracen provides to their customers so that we can track growth. I'll tell you at the end of the day about a new iteration of GrowTrack that's really cool. It's a cloud-based program where you can use a cell phone app and that sort of thing. But we've been using this program to collect our data. It allows us to summarize the data and, more importantly, compare how these foals are growing to another population of foals. We've got quite a mix here, but it's a robust data set with 47,000 foals. The reference curve that I'm using here is an international curve. It's got 47,000 foals in it, 23,000 colts, 23,000 fillies. Most of it, well, over half of these data came from our Kentucky data set, 54% of these foals. But for these studies, I wanted it to be international, so we included data. These are all thoroughbreds, but from all over the place. So 13% of them came from Europe, mostly from UK. 27% came from Australia, New Zealand, threw in a few from Japan and even India. I'm going to talk today about survey radiographs and surgery. I'm not going to talk about sales radiographs. So from this, we've got growth data and we have performance data. We have now combined this with the data that was collected here by Saracen with the help of the several different vet groups. This group is 6 individual farms. The data goes back to 2005, so it's quite a bit late, a longer period than the Kentucky ones, but it has 1,716 foals. So it's quite a big set, 48 different foal crops. For this one, we've got 760 of these foals that we have survey radiographs. So we'll have radiographic data for 760. So when I'm talking about OCD incidents, it's from that 760. When I'm talking about sales and racing, it's from the whole 1,700. Again, we've got birth weights in many instances. I think there's about 900 or so foals in this that we have birth weights, monthly weights, body weight and wither height, and then performance data. I think that for managing young growing horses, we need to know how big they are. And I think once we know that, we can start to make some observations about what we can do to actually improve their soundness and hopefully make better, sounder racehorses.